Hello everyone, this is Karin and thank you for joining me on another video. This one is going to be, well, not really a 101 video about water brushes, but basically an introduction about them and some tips and tricks that I found really help me to use these brushes at best, because when I first saw some YouTube videos and I've seen them used, I thought, hey, they look so nice, they look so comfortable, and it's really convenient to have them when you cannot have your cup of water around. And yet when I bought them and used them, I kind of hated them because I had no idea how to use them, and I thought they were just hey, it's like I don't know, a marker that or a mix between a marker and a brush, which is what they are, but you still need to have some care about them to use them at their best. So this one in particular is an Aquash by Pentel. I think they are the most used kind of water brushes, at least on YouTube, and they come in a package of 3 sizes. So you have the small, the medium and the large one. I found that the bigger the brush, the more water comes out at the same pressure. So I tend to avoid using the big and the medium brush and use just the small one, because I am doing the alphabet challenge on a Moleskine, and it has it doesn't have watercolor paper. It's I think 175 grams, so it's like a little more than a half of watercolor paper. So if I use too much water, it's going to buckle, and it buckles. So the smaller the tip, the less water I'm going to get on the paper. So first thing first, the bigger the brush, the harder it's going to be to control the water, which is fine if you have watercolor paper because it's used to washes, but if you use another kind of paper, you're going to have some troubles. Okay, so the parts that make up the brushes are 2. You have the tip and you have the pen itself where the water is held. You simply unscrew, uncork, I don't know, you can just... Okay, take out this one, you put it under the tap and you fill the pen, then you screw it on, and you're ready to paint. One of the first things I've noticed and hated about them is that when I squeeze them, a lot of water came out, not only from the tip but also from the outer part of the black. Basically, that water just dripped down from all the tip and not just the bristles. And it's one thing I found out, that if you hold it vertically, water is going to come out. It's going to wet the bristles. Anyway, you don't need to press the plastic for water to get out, and you need to squeeze like very, very lightly for water to wet the bristles. So you don't need to squeeze them like you're squeezing a lemon. Water is still going to come out, and the bristles are of course synthetic, and I don't know if you can see, but I've used this brush about 3 hours ago, and I've dried it on a towel, and it's still wet. There's still water in it. So it's an experiment we can make. Well, let me... Okay, this is my Winsor & Newton palette. As you can, I don't know if you can tell, but it's dry. And this one, it's a couple of hours dry. And yet, look, I'm not squeezing anything. It's just the bristles are still wet. So yeah, you do not need to squeeze a lot or have a lot of water to activate colors. I mean, you just need to just need to go with the bristles over a pen, and it's going to reactivate right away. Okay, so the first thing about a water brush is this, that you do not need to squeeze like you're trying to choke the life out of someone, because it's wet. It's going to stay wet for quite a long time. I've tried it I think for one day, about 24 hours, and it's still wet. So it's not a problem. You don't need to you don't need to squeeze it to get water to come out. One of the things, one of the tips I have though, is to clean the tip. You've seen me do it before, which is kind of where you have to squeeze. So let me show you. Okay, clean, and okay, let's okay, if you want to activate the color, you can just either go directly with the brush, or you can squeeze until you get a drop of water on the tip, and then just drop it like I'm doing now. I'm squeezing, there's the drop, and I have the drop on my pen. So I am activating the pen. I'm taking some color here. I'm just putting the color in the palette. If you want to clean your brush, instead of just wiping it down, you can press, and water is going to come there. It's going to come out of the tip and wash the color away. So no, you don't need to clean it with a water bottle. So you don't need additional water other than the one that it's inside the pen. But you do need the paper, which is one of the things I found out. Like the first times I thought, hey, it's just water, I don't need a towel. You kind of do need one, and it's really useful, especially for dilution, because one of the things I found out about these brushes, which is like well, not useful, but it's something that I really like doing, is the dilution on the towel. So let me explain a bit what I mean. Okay, it's a bit hard to make everything show. Okay, so let's say that I want to do okay, let me show you first thing first. Let's put some color there, and okay, let's do just you know, a line, a wash. Here's my wash. Now let's say that I want to make something lighter than this, and yet I have no space to add more water on the palette. So what do? Instead of adding water there, I'm going to keep my color pure. I'm going to pick some up, and then I'm going to squeeze the pen and take some color out. There, you can see that the color is getting lighter. So right now I am coloring with the light version of my color. So of course, the more you clean it, the lighter your color is going to be, which well, this is fine if you are not looking to do like large washes of color, because at some point the color on your tip is going to run out, and you kind of need some practice to get the same shade of color. So it's like you can do it only once and only for a small piece of paper. So if you need more diluted color, maybe it's the best thing is to do it on the palette. But if you're only looking to do a small piece with more diluted color, this way it's fine. And it's what I use to make skin color. For example, let's just make a wash right here. Okay, I think we need, okay, so I'm cleaning my brush. Here's my brush is clean. Oops, I'm doing directly on the paper, so sorry. Let's pick a little bit more yellowish tone. So this is well, it's not dark, but it's darker than what I would like for like a white-skinned person. So I'm going to, okay, dilute it a little bit, and then I have my skin tone. And of course I can clean it more and just go on or on a really, really light tone, and you can go on and on and on until the water runs out, of course. And then you just squeeze, water comes out, you wipe it on your tissue, and you get a clean brush, and you can use another color, and so on and so on. So you can just use one brush and do a whole picture. And I have to say that this water, if I fill it all the way, I can do an A5 drawing, and I'm going to use like barely half of the water, so you don't need, you don't, do not be afraid to run out of water, because it's not going to happen, because you don't really need much to either clean the brush, to dilute your color, or to activate the palette. So yeah, these are my like tips to better use your water brushes, and I hope I helped someone, because really I would have liked for someone to explain these things to me, and instead I had these brushes like lying there for about 4 months without using them, because I thought they were useless. They are not, of course. If I had to pick, I would probably choose to use normal brushes, the ones that you dip in water and then clean. But for quick things and things you don't want to do many shades, many mixing on, they're really good. I think they're a good buy, especially if you don't have all your materials with you. It's good investment. So thank you for joining me on this video, and until next time. Oh wait, so since you were so nice to stay with me for like 15 minutes, oh my god, I'm going to show you some goodies, which is yeah, the last page of my watercolor alphabet challenge, where I pick a word and do a whole page inspired by that word, and the F word, it's going to be faucet. Yeah, like I know I chose something strange. Okay, I'm going to explain the challenge and the other pages on another video, where I will explain everything that is on there, but for now this is the prize for staying with me so long. Until next time.